you have this idea of what your 20s are going to be like. And for so many people, it doesn't ever live up to that expectation, but especially when you're sick, you feel like you've been cheated because you don't even get the chance to make it what you thought it was going to be. From 17 until 22, I was pretty much bedbound. You watch everyone else grow and live life, and time goes by really slowly because all you can do is lay in bed with your thoughts, and that's not what life's meant to look like at that age. I have an amazing relationship with my mum and my grandparents, and I have a beautiful partner. I've got pets, and I have a few amazing friends, but I think it's important to shine a light on the fact that you can have connection, and it's really normal to have people in your life and still feel lonely, to still feel isolated. But not even saying I feel lonely, it's like reframing it to go, I want more connection.
To see what has happened with you and your health and your situation actually hijacking that even more was absolutely heartbreaking for me, because I was powerless to influence it. And so for me, I guess that's why I feel that this is such a positive for you to be able to share your story and hopefully find ways to move forward with some support, some advice, some help, and to really keep going on such a positive trajectory that I think you're on at the moment.
I think there's always a fear with reaching out. But that's why it's courageous to expand and to build friendships, because it's not the absence of fear, it's the feeling the fear and doing it anyway.
Yeah.
It's like that's a nerve-wracking thing, because there's always an element that we can't be sure of.
Yeah.
We don't know exactly how this is going to go down.
Yeah.
And I think because friendship has been usually this really situational thing where we just have friends, we don't see it the same way we see like our pursuit of romantic partnerships. But the reality is that we should be pursuing them really the same. Like, do we have shared values? Do we care about the same things, shared interests? Do they reciprocate? Is this mutual?
Yeah.
Are we building a healthy dynamic here? What I've tended to notice is that disconnect from self, that loneliness in relation to not feeling like they really know who they really are, or feeling like they can be who they really are. That to me has shown up a lot more among those that are young. And I think it makes a lot of sense in that, that is a time where, there's a lot of radical change and transformation going on. And there's a lot around, figuring out who am I? What is it that I'm doing in this world? How am I contributing? And it's the irony, it's that tension between being surrounded and having friends and having people around you. So it's not social isolation, but it's these other things, but I don't know what those other things are, and I don't have the language around that. So now I feel even lonelier and now I also feel a bit guilty because I have all those things, so why am I feeling this way? And then the judgment's even there, and then sometimes that isolation can feel even greater.
Because I go, well, things could be a lot worse. And, they have been a lot worse. So I've come from something that was so terrible. And so now I'm going, well, Holly, you really should just be grateful. And that doesn't help me either, because then that keeps me where I am, which is still not a bad thing, but it means that I'm kind of not growing and not reaching out to sort of build that community.